sometimes men and women can have different perspectives about relationship issues and conflicts.
Great news, everybody. To help us bridge the he said, she said gap are our friends and relationship experts, Dr. V and Rob Mack. Can we just acknowledge their outfits before we get started? They are two of the sexiest experts, I think.
I'm feeling like it's like a prerequisite, I feel like now. Like everybody is bringing the A game.
You know?
Why is there such a different language with men and women? I feel like we talk about this all the time.
So I just want to point out that we're conditioned to behave differently and to communicate differently. So men are conditioned to communicate through points. They're conditioned to communicate when a woman talks. What do I have to fix? 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 He's never really listening. He's thinking about what he can do. And women are conditioned to talk about their feelings. They're conditioned to talk out complex thoughts. And they're conditioned to see communication as productive no matter what.
No matter what.
Interesting.
And so there is obviously, you would think there'd be a benefit of considering your partner's communication style when you find yourself in those heated
but that doesn't always happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Never.
Right? The challenge and the opportunity is that you can't solve a problem that you don't understand, right? And so there's an entire body of research around the psychology of separate realities, right? We all sort of exist in separate worlds, and if I don't understand your world, I can't possibly help you fix the problems that exist in your world.
All right, we got some questions from our viewer. This is great. Our first question comes from Aaron. It's about money and marriage. Here it is.
Hi, Access. Aaron here. My wife and I just got married, and we love to go out with our friends, and I like to pay for everyone's meal. But my wife, she's a little bit stricter with the budget than I am. How can I respect her, but also be generous for my friends?
Oh, this one's easy.
A guy that does that.
Value menu.
Boom. Look at you right now.
That's easy.
The value menu.
You know what's funny? I loved it. My husband used to pick up every tab, every bar, but we were dating, and I loved it. I will say, once we got married, I was sort of like, every time? But it is a great quality.
Well, I also would like to ask Aaron, what is it that you feel the need to pick up everybody's check every time? Is it power? Are you afraid they won't be your friends? And women are conditioned to look at the bottom line. So what does that mean? Women use more coupons. Women have higher credit scores. Women are more likely to pay off their debt. And yet men feel more confident about money. You know why? They have more of it.
Dr. V with
Drop it down.
Everybody was just like, I'm gonna write that down.
What about that? Like, how would you handle that if you're in that relationship?
I think it's a great question. I love the point that Dr. V makes. And also, I think that we all have different love languages, and maybe his love language is, served mostly through giving money or sharing money, where lots of us really actually feel more loved and liked when somebody spends time with us or they share words of appreciation. And so I think part of the challenge and the opportunity here is to sort of understand what his friend's love language actually is. Maybe it's not money. Maybe he's spending all this money, and they would actually feel a lot more loved and appreciated if he just spent time with him.
If you haven't read that book, by the way,
great, right?
Like, get your love language in order.
Yes.
Okay. Our second question is from Aisha about safe sex. Take a look.
My name is Aisha, and I become a little suspicious when it comes to protection. A guy that I was recently seeing actually had a drawer full, literally, of protection. Don't get me wrong, I definitely believe in using them, but the question is he hooking up with other girls, or is he just being super safe? I guess I just didn't feel special at the time, so I'd like to know, what's the answer?
Ooh, what's the answer?
He had a drawer full. A drawer full. He's not using them. It's counterintuitive, but he's not using them. So the question would be, what if he had no condoms? What then?
Hit him, Dr. V.
Or what if a woman had a drawer full? Is she viewed differently?
That'd be interesting.
I definitely think there's a double standard, and I wouldn't say there's a difference in the reaction, just the sort of intensity or degree of the reaction. I would definitely say that men probably don't necessarily love the idea that she's got a drawer full of protection. That being said, we do know that protection or the use and availability of protection doesn't lead to increased promiscuity, right? We all know that. It's empirically sound.
But shouldn't a man be like, awesome, she's got me covered?
Yeah. And also, maybe he just left Costco. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like a bulk buy.
Condoms don't come individually. They come in a box. You kind of dump them in their drawer. But I think it's important that no matter what, people are responsible for their sexual safety.
Yes.
So you get in the car, you put your seatbelt on. It's the very same thing when having sex.
Yeah, I wouldn't outsource that.
Right. But you would say, regardless of your issue, it's time to maybe think about communicating and considering your partner in your communication.
Absolutely. And I think it should be mindful communication, which is a totally different thing. I think most people talk a lot, but they talk at each other. They don't talk with each other.
Robert Mack and Dr. V. How
you know,
about our
catch Dr. V
experts right now?
on
We're wearing those outfits tomorrow. You will see both of us sporting them.
You will, actually.
And we're no experts.
And guess who's going to wear what? I'm just saying. On We's
Look good in red.
I'm just saying. You never know. And Rob's book, Happiness from the Inside Out, is available right now.
Great job, guys.